One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his maximum cry. Wrestle and mayhem will never die. Rituals report he pays his way. Oh, legend in the making, day by day.
We made it, everyone. It is Topless Taco Tuesday, man. What a W. Good to see everyone up in the building, man. Hopefully you're all enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday morning, man. Listen, we've got some stuff that's going on into the media, so we're going to go ahead and kind of get into this. Trump hosts an Oval Office meeting later on today. I'm not sure if we're going to actually be able to present and see any of that, but that is happening today. We'll find out together what time that's going to be happening. But we also have a very interesting update from Iran's foreign minister. He says U.S. strikes seriously damaged nuclear sites. So that's going to be interesting to get into. And then we have some interesting shit going on a little bit, I guess it was last night, like early last night or whatever. There was a SkyWest pilot makes aggressive maneuver, quote unquote, avoiding a massive collision with a B-52 bomber. How does that even fucking happen? You've got all this sky, and then we're going to be getting into, there's actually a car chase that was breaking on last night in Los Angeles. And it's a DUI suspect crashes car after a high-speed LA police chase. And, he crashed hard. So we're going to kind of go through that and get the story of what was happening there. And then we also have an update regarding ICE. So the migrant charged with concealing woman's death arrested by ICE. Very interesting. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into all of the madness as we typically do, man, make sure you guys hit that like button. It's #1 metric of all of YouTube. Helps out the show immensely, and it's free to do so. If you guys are brand new to the show, man, hit that subscribe button because it's also free. Please consider becoming a member, though. This is what allows us to speak the way that we do. We're 100% funded by you guys. Listen, we don't do and say things just to get views and popularity over here, or that in turn, that's how other YouTubers make money. We don't make money off of our advertisement. If you guys don't know, breaking news doesn't have a really good playback ability. So it's not like I'm collecting on the front end and the back end. No one watches after the stream's over, pretty much. Handful. But no one wants to watch old news. So this is what allows us to do what we do and not have to rely on any of that crazy shit. You know what I mean? A little side note, follow my Instagram right here, at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my life, but as well as the show, Millennial Food Time, and breaking news over there as well. We continue to do that. It's a great way to get a hold of me one-on-one. Make sure, if you guys are new here as well, or have not yet joined the Discord, make sure you guys get the link that Naomi will be throwing into the chat periodically. Make sure you guys join up, because that is where 95% of us are. So we always get to continue the conversation after the show. And, you know, it's a great family dynamic over there, man. So make sure you guys join up over there. Last but not least, every super chat, super sticker, gifted membership signups, of course, of all of these things are going to be presented live onto the show and shouted out. But if you guys would like to skip that YouTube 30% brutal cut that they take from your hard-earned cash, we have these platforms scrolling for the remainder of the show. And, of course, I'll read you and your message out. I've got it already ready. Don't have to pull it up. I got my email already ready to go. So, anyways, good to see everyone, man. I always appreciate every one of you guys hanging out with us in the morning, man. We got Naomi in the building as well as Tiffany. Good morning, ladies. We've got Gunpowder Nitro as well as Carney, my man. Good to see you as well. We got Rabbit of Chaos. Always appreciate her as well. Pablo, my man. Good to see you. Let's see here. We got Brother Steve Easy, my man. Good to see you as well. Brother Frank. We'll see. Man, this is going to be a good morning, man. Topless Taco Tuesday is always a good day. We got Lappy. Always appreciate my man Lappy as well. Did they release the Epstein list like they said 4 days ago? Negative. No, it has not happened yet. But I believe that Trump did order Pam Bondi to release anything that she thought was credible. So whatever the fuck that means, you know. Let's see here. We're scrolling on down. We got Brother Sick Bastard, my man. Good show this morning as well. Good to see you. We got Glare 1%, my man. Good to see you as well as Steve Posey. Thank you guys all so much for hanging out with us. We got Brother Slim as well. Scrolling on down. Looks like we are all caught up. Yes, make sure you guys hit that like button. Very much appreciate that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Prez, my man? Good to see you. We're going to be getting into the whole ordeal. We're going to start off with the White House bans the Wall Street Journal from press pool on Trump trip over Epstein report.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Like I said, hope you had a good weekend. Well, over the weekend, we hit the 6-month mark of Trump 2.0, and we want to talk about some of the administration's perceived successes and or failures. Here, Fox News correspondent Mark Meredith has more on that question. Let's listen.
Tonight, the stock market is reaching record highs. The White House calling it proof 6 months in, MAGAnomics is working.
We've had the most successful 6 months of any administration. The president has delivered on his two core campaign promises: defeat inflation and secure the homeland in record time.
Defeat inflation. I mean, I don't know. It's not like he's defeated inflation.
Now, some of President Trump's allies want more growth faster as they pressure the Federal Reserve to lower interest rates as soon as possible. Florida Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna is the latest lawmaker to criticize Chairman Jerome Powell. Luna wants Powell prosecuted. She claims he lied to Congress about Fed facility renovations, estimated to be over budget by $700 million.
This does not make me happy to do. Perjury is a very serious charge.
Powell has yet to respond to Luna's claims, but last week defended the renovations, writing Fed buildings are, quote, in need of significant structural repairs. Today, White House aides told Fox.
That's right, Steve. Neither have I. You know, sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? Where do they get these numbers from? But maybe they're talking about, you know, whatever. We got Brother Beezer up in here as well. Good morning, kind sir. Good to see you as well. Old Beezer Geezer down there in South Florida.
Powell's job is safe. Will Powell be allowed to finish his term as Federal Reserve Chairman or not?
He has no plans to fire the Fed chair, but he has been very transparent in expressing his displeasure with Jerome Powell's management of the Fed and also his policies.
Democrats say the president's first 6 months are nothing worth celebrating. Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass among those critical of Trump's immigration crackdown.
If you ask me, is there...
Well, it's not just her. It's the commies. You know what I mean? Like, did you guys see what Hunter Biden said, bro? Like, I'm gonna pull that shit up because it's so mind blowing. I don't know. It came out like 2 days ago or something like that. But let me go ahead and pull that up.
Have done good in terms of immigration? I don't know. I don't think so.
And as Democrats search for a new leader, today, former first son Hunter Biden is back in the spotlight, 1 year to the day after his dad dropped out of the 2024 race. In a new interview, Hunter says illegal immigrants are vital to the country.
How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your...
This right here, but they're going to bleep it. They're going to bleep it, so I'm going to pull up the real video of that. Let me see if this is it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and present this now because this is so fucking insane. It's absurd. It's actually probably the worst take. It just shows how much you hate the country, you know what I mean? Okay, so where is it, man?
Today is the 1 year anniversary.
See, they're not gonna play it on there. It'll be censored.
I was drinking so much.
Man, I am so bummed that they don't have it just on standby. It should be like every single one of these should be it right now. That's crazy that Hunter Biden on immigration podcast interview. I'm just gonna see if it pops up. Let's see if this is nope. See, this is all
To be nice. Number one, I
yeah. Anyways, this is what he's gonna say.
agree with Quentin Tarantino. George Clooney is not a actor. He is a I don't know what he is. You. What do you have to do?
Listen, I thought I cursed a lot. You know what I mean? I thought my rhetoric was, that I curse a lot. Dude, Hunter Biden used the word fuck so many times that you actually think he's unintelligent because of it. Like, he's looking for other words, but I'm like surprised that he's made it this fucking far. You know what I mean? Whoops, I played the wrong side. There we go.
Anything. Why do I have to listen to you? What right do you have to step on a man who's given 52 years of his life to the service of this country and decide that you, George Clooney, are going to take out basically a full-page ad in the New York Times to undermine the president at a time in which, by the way, what do people care about the most? Why do you think that the Republicans have an advantage over us? Because they're unified. They will go along with anything. I wasn't asking anybody to go along with anything. I was asking people to go along with this. The most successful administration in my lifetime.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that was Hunter Biden.
Yeah, that was brutal.
And unhinged. He repeatedly dropped the...
Yeah, he definitely repeated, his rhetoric there. But let me go ahead and bring us back into the original reporting regarding the Wall Street Journal being banned over there in the White House.
2024 race. In a new interview, Hunter says illegal immigrants are vital to the country.
How do you think your hotel room gets cleaned? How do you think you got food on your table? Who do you think washes your dishes?
The president once again expected to focus on both trade and tariffs as he sits down with the leader of the Philippines this week. The U.S. recently struck deals with other Pacific countries, including Vietnam and Indonesia. At the White House, Mark Meredith, Fox News.
Mark, thanks so much. Let's bring into the conversation someone who's been there for each of these 6 months to cover it all. That's, of course, Christian Daytalk, our friend at the Washington Examiner. He joins me. Christian, good to see you.
Who's that guy? I don't remember seeing this dork. Look at that fucking weird little smirk he's got. But what is actually weird is the shape of those brows, though. What? What are those?
We had a good weekend here. I guess I got to ask you this. Where do you position, I guess, your reporting, your coverage now that we are 6 months in? How would you characterize it or describe it? It's been a whirlwind. That's my characterization.
What's up, Mr. Mister? Good morning, country.
What say you?
Whirlwind is a pretty good word. A roller coaster, a tsunami, anything that is uncontrollable, I think, is the proper way to characterize this first 6 months of the Trump administration. And the White House is saying, look, we've had unmitigated success. It's the most successful 6 months in any presidential term ever. And I'm not so sure that's specifically the case. We still have big questions regarding the economy and the president.
Well, of course. We don't need a synopsis of any of that. I want the fucking story. Here it is. White House removes Wall Street Journal from press pool on Trump's Scotland trip.
The Wall Street Journal here. I just want to read this piece by Politico today. It was an exclusive to Politico. They say this: the White House is removing the Wall Street Journal from the pool of reporters covering the president's weekend trip to Scotland. Caroline Levitt confirmed that to Politico. They say the move follows the Journal's report alleging that President Trump sent a sexually suggestive message to Jeffrey Epstein in 2003. Trump has denied the existence of...
What's up, Mount High, my man? Saying Washington Examiner guy looks like a politician, Rob Schneider. Shit. Good to see you, my man. Hopefully you're enjoying your morning, your topless taco morning.
The letter,
Tuesday morning.
And Politico has said that they have not verified that very letter. So the White House reporter for the Wall Street Journal, they're named Tarini Party. She'd been scheduled to serve as the print pool for the final 2 days of Trump's 4-day trip to his golf courses in Turnberry and Aberdeen, Scotland. But the White House, which earlier this year took over control of pool rotations from the White House Correspondents Association, removed her from the trip manifest, according to Levitt. And now the White House Correspondents Association president putting out this statement here, saying this attempt by the White House to punish a media outlet whose coverage it does not like is deeply troubling, and it defies the First Amendment. Government retaliation against news outlets based on the content of their reporting should concern...
Yeah. Okay. If it's true, if it's a true report, then yeah, that you would be infringing on the First Amendment. But you as the press have a responsibility, you know what I mean, to put out the right shit. And if you do have something wrong, you got to take it down. This is just the way it is. Or you got to retract or redact or whatever. I don't know. This shit, it's kind of like, if you make up stories, well, what do you expect? If you're making up stories for real, dude, like, yeah, you're breaching my rights. You know what I mean? You're bullshitting, motherfuckers, you know?
All who value free speech and an independent media, we strongly urge the White House to restore the Wall Street Journal to its previous position in the pool and aboard Air Force One for the president's upcoming trip to Scotland. The White House Correspondents Association stands ready to work with the administration to find a quick resolution here. Christian, we've seen this play out before, almost exactly, right?
More or less, Andrew. Of course, the first time we had an outlet removed from the pool entirely, we all remembered what happened. That was the Associated Press following the refusal to refer to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America, as dictated by President Trump's executive order changing.
Yeah, I remember that, and everyone lost their fucking shit over. It's the Gulf of Mexico. No, not anymore, motherfucker. All right, enough of this guy. We're gonna go ahead and move on. We have some interesting news that happened yesterday. SkyWest pilot makes aggressive maneuver, avoiding a collision with a B-52 bomber. We have all this airspace, and what the fuck how are they almost colliding, bro? We got Lil Paul, my man. Good to see you, my man. And yes, that's something that, unfortunately, in the media nowadays, lies and manipulation equal what? Money. That's the problem. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I fight against. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and present this whole ordeal here. Let's go ahead and get this up. Bam.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft here. Let's keep it moving with more of these top headlines, including this one having to do with air travel and yet another near miss. This over the skies of North Dakota. This is how the FAA described it in this statement. I want to read this to you. They say the FAA is investigating the event involving SkyWest Airlines Flight 3788 at Minot International Airport on Friday, July 18th.
What's up, Path Killer, my man? Good to see you. And July 18th, okay, so that was 4 days ago. It's this 22nd now.
Air traffic services were provided by the Minot Air Traffic Control Tower, which is run by a private company, saying these controllers are not FAA employees. Well, SkyWest Airlines saying yesterday one of its passenger jets had aborted a landing in North Dakota last week because another aircraft was in its flight path. That other aircraft, a B-52 here. You're going to hear the pilot on this jet acknowledge this to his passengers. Let's watch. Let's listen.
Wait, we got video of this shit?
Military. For those of you on the right-hand side, you probably saw the airplane kind of sort of coming at us. Nobody told us about it, and so we continued, and air traffic. There's no radar here, so the tower is controlled, the tower does everything visually, and so they said report about 6 miles from the airport. So we did that. I think he realized that the spacing wasn't going to work, and he said turn right. And I looked over, and there was an airplane, which is supposed to be on the right-hand side. I thought it was a small airplane like the one you see at the airport right now doing touch and go.
You thought it was a small airplane, then all of a sudden it's a B-52 or what?
And he said turn right. I said there's an airplane over there, and he says turn left. And then by the time we read back to clearance, looked over and saw the airplane that was kind of coming on a converging course with us. And so given his speed, it was a military.
Is this a random passenger recording this conversation? Yo, this is wild.
How fast they were going, but they were a lot faster than us. I felt it was the safest thing to do to turn behind it. So sorry about the aggressive maneuver. It caught me by surprise. This is not normal at all. I don't know why they didn't give us a heads up, because the airport base does have radar, and nobody said, hey, there's also a B-52 in the pattern. Long story short, it was not fun, but I do apologize for it, and thank you for understanding.
It sounds like they're saying that just right over the loudspeaker, with context of this chick sitting in the passenger seat, you know, in the back passenger. I think in the cabin, they're just talking about why they just did a gnarly ass fucking maneuver in the plane. Probably dropped all their drinks, their snacks went crazy, you know, in the fucking cabin. And now he's got to explain himself. Well, they're clapping. Yeah.
Wow, back on live to some of our airports nationwide there in Atlanta, Los Angeles, St. Louis, and Philly. So, want to just reiterate what you just heard the pilot there say, telling passengers he had made an aggressive maneuver to avoid hitting a military aircraft, identifying that very military aircraft as a B-52 bomber.
He goes, yeah, we saw a little plane out there. I don't know how small you think a B-52 is. Shit.
So you saw there in that video, shot by passenger Monica Green. Well, she said in an interview with the New York Times that she was sitting near the front of the plane. This plane was heading from Minneapolis to Minot, North Dakota, when she felt the plane swerve harshly to the right near the end of the trip, that the turn was so sharp she found herself looking out the window, not at the sky, but at the cornfields below, she
right,
said.
Yeah. I mean, when you go sideways like that, now you're looking straight down at the, you look out the window, you're looking straight down.
She said she texted her husband at the time that, quote, my plane keeps circling and not landing. Now, after the plane eventually landed at Minot International Airport, she said the pilot came into the cabin and told the passengers he had turned to avoid hitting a military aircraft. She said the mood felt eerily.
So they were already on the ground, landed, everything's, safe and sound. And now that's what he was doing, is explaining it at the end.
Calm. So SkyWest Airlines saying one of its passenger jets aborted a landing in North Dakota last week because another aircraft, a B-52, was in its flight path. So we had to get that in there to you as well. We also read out the statement.
That's right, Gunpowder Nitro. He says the word massive doesn't do the B-52 justice. Yes, exactly. It's a bomber. You know what I mean? We saw a little plane out in the distance, and all of a sudden it's a B-52. Like, oh shit, how'd that happen, right? All right. So let's go ahead and pull this up. This is from yesterday. We're not going to watch this whole thing, but I always find these high-speed LA chases to be an interesting, they're always interesting. But unfortunately, he does crash his car. Hopefully, he doesn't crash and hurt any civilians or anybody that is obviously innocent. So let's go ahead and figure out what the whole ordeal is, and let's hope that he just does it to himself. But we'll skip ahead because it is a long story. We'll skip.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft, out to the Los Angeles area right now. Sky Fox overhead of a police pursuit of a possible DUI suspect there. I'm being told this is in the Woodland Hills area. California Highway Patrol, as you see there, in pursuit right behind. Okay, remember, viewer discretion is advised. This has been going on for quite some time, from what I've been reading, from what my producers have been telling me. You can see there, though, this red sedan is weaving in and out of what looks to be light traffic right now. It's almost 8 o'clock here on this Monday night on the West Coast.
That's right, my man. We got brother Hank in the building. Appreciate you hitting the like button, as well as everyone else hitting that like button. Very much appreciate that. All right, we're going to go ahead and kind of, scroll our way through here and kind of get to the point.
So because it's a DUI suspect, you just don't know how impaired the suspect could be and under what substance they're impaired from or by. And so you see their police.
Shit, that is true. That is true, Naomi. We haven't done it in a minute.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
All right, now that everyone has been, radicalized, I've hypnotized you, now back to the craziness.
He's honing in, narrowing in, not too far behind at all. But this is an Encino, if you're familiar with the area there in Southern California. Hopefully we can check in with our Fox 11 Los Angeles team about this, but like I said, this driver has been
What's up, Frederick Frame? My man, good morning.
Extremely reckless.
Well, of course. Let's go ahead and see how far what is he? He's in like suburban tracks and shit. Like, what is he doing?
These drivers, why they lead police.
Dude, like, what if a fucking little kid's playing outside? Like, that's crazy. I mean, it's already crazy to do it on the freeway and putting other people at risk, of course, but like inside the neighborhoods, bro, keep it outside the neighborhoods.
There he goes.
Cops are on him.
So it looks like for now, only 2 of these cruisers behind. Don't see any more.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and skip ahead.
Possible DUI suspect, and so now that we're on the highway, it could be very dangerous, and so we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see whether or not any of these CHP officers do call for back.
He's booking right there. He's probably doing $130.
We only have seen 2 of them so far, trailing behind. This is a very fast chase. I've covered a lot of these. I've never, ever seen it.
Oh, it says right here, it says up here, 109.
Or seen one
110,
this
112.
fast. And that is why this is so dangerous. But as you can see there, no traffic. It looks like they're in kind of the HOV lane.
That's right, Rob's neighbor. Good to see you, my man. Happy Topless Taco Tuesday to you and everyone, man. Thank you guys for hitting the like button.
Weave in and out of traffic. Very erratic, very reckless here. We'll see whether or not this suspect stays on the freeway or gets off on yet another ramp here. We're in Sherman Oaks now. Okay, yes. That's what's happening. They're getting off. Wow.
Oh, did he smash right there?
Okay.
Did he crash?
And here we go.
Yes, he did right there.
Look at that. Crashing into.
Oh, he crashed. There is a car. I hope that's just a parked car and no one's in there. Holy fuck, dude. Look at that. Darted right into the sucker. Shit. Well, sucks to suck, huh? Don't be drinking and driving, loser.
Wow.
Well, they caught him.
And here we go.
Catch me if you can. Well, he got caught.
Look at that. Crashing into the embankment there, the concrete embankment. Look at that. You see there's a Tesla parked in a driveway. Viewer discretion is advised. CHP officers now on the scene, out of their vehicle. You see there that sign he also crashed into, opening the passenger side door. They're trying to get the driver's side door open.
He lost a battery, on his PlayStation controller. When it just dies on you in the middle of your fucking game and all of a sudden you can't move. That's what happened to Homeboy right here. He was thinking he was playing Grand Theft Auto and his controller died. Shit.
But that's what happens.
What's up, Trigger Warning?
When these suspects drive at such high speeds, it can end like this. They lose control of the very car here. Okay, viewer discretion is advised. They're taking him out of the car. Looks to be a male suspect, wearing jeans, a white t-shirt, looks kind of tall.
He did have 5 stars.
Now handcuffing them. But look at that.
When you got the ghetto bird on you, that's when, it's officially 5 stars. Anytime that maybe 4 stars. Maybe the army will be, number 5. The military comes after you. You got 5 stars.
Look at that. Look,
that's
the
right,
red
Trigger.
Sedan, right into that Navy Tesla. You see they're straight through.
It's so funny that you say that, Steve, and that's exactly why. As soon as the guy was getting pulled out of the car, that's why Josh, whatever his name, the reporter on here, that's exactly why he went, viewer discretion is advised immediately. It's hilarious, dude. And where is Lucy? She was under my feet, but she's not currently. She must be under the couch hanging out. I see the question there. Anyways.
The shrubs there and the concrete embankment. Wow. And back up now, getting onto the scene here.
Damn.
More CHP cruisers joining to assist as they take this individual into custody. Now, we're hearing this was just a possible DUI suspect. That could change. He maybe have sought for...
He may be wanted for something. I mean, shit, I have no idea. Anyways, let me see if there's anything else aside from this. He's just curbside. Motherfucker curbside. And they're doing a little investigation work here, taking pictures and shit. And that's really it. All right, so let's go ahead and move on into the next story. As we have titled on today's show, this is regarding the U.S. strikes seriously damaged Iran's nuclear sites, foreign minister says. Now, this is Iran's foreign minister coming out and speaking, and let's go ahead and present that and see what the hell is what he's got to say.
We do want to stay, though, in the Middle East. Today, on the Fox News program Special Report, hosted by anchor Brett Baer, he had an exclusive interview with the Iranian foreign minister, talking about their now heavily damaged nuclear enrichment program because of those U.S. and Israeli strikes, and whether or not they could rebound or bounce back from that. So this was a huge, huge get by Brett Baer and his team there. What we want to do right now is play out for you that entire interview. It aired tonight. It's about 15 minutes. Let's watch.
Wow. Well, we're not going to watch all 15 minutes.
Are you open to direct talk?
I mean, unless it's super good questions, but we'll skip through the monotonous shit.
Talks with the Trump administration to try to find a solution that could de-escalate heightened regional tension after all that's happened.
We are open to talks.
How is this guy the fucking straight up foreign minister and you can't even get a fucking decent microphone? How come you sound like you're filming from a 1980s potato? Like, what is wrong with people, dude? It's It's not so hard to use like your iPhone or something like that. Like what? I just don't understand. It's super shitty video and then super shitty audio. It's like some piece of shit webcam from the 90s, really.
Direct for the time being. If they are coming for a win-win solution, I am ready to engage with them. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know the truth on that, Hardwire. I really don't know this dude, his takes. I don't know anything about him, where his biases are. Of course, it's going to be, but I don't know. I honestly don't know.
To do any confidence building measure needed to prove that Iran's nuclear program is peaceful and would remain peaceful forever, and Iran would never go for nuclear weapons, and in return, we expect them to lift their sanctions. This is a win-win game, and we are ready to engage in that. We cannot start these negotiations in a direct way. We still prefer indirect.
You need to get to it, homeboy.
There was a possibility to make a deal. I told Mr. Witkoff very clearly several times.
Yeah, but the truth is though there was deals presented from Steve Witkoff, the truth is every one of those deals from Witkoff were dog shit, for the other side. Which I understand. I understand the mentality there. Keep them fucking super weak and suppressed in that aspect. But the truth is nobody would take those fucking deals. You know what I mean? So
that if the purpose of these talks is to achieve a deal in which Iran commits itself permanently not to go for nuclear weapons, that deal is achievable. But if you want to deprive us from our legitimate rights, including, enrichment, that is not going to happen.
But why not import enriched uranium as other countries do as part of the deal? Why not do it that way?
Well, because this is an achievement, a scientific achievement.
What, a scientific achievement? Nah, you just want that shit. You want the capability of not having to rely on someone else. That's all it is, right?
Have been achieved by
and
ourselves.
Accessibility.
Why we should import something that we can produce by ourselves?
Because you take it past the percentage. You take it to 90% or 60% and instead of 35%.
No. We never go to 90%. We remain committed to below 5% for,
maybe for all the way up until we pulled out of the deal. That may be true.
To produce fuel for nuclear power plants. And they also...
That was back in 2018. So since then, they've been able to fucking dick off and get to the point of enriching and doing anything they wanted because there was no more... the United States backed out of the deal. And the whole reason why they got into that deal was because there was fucking heavy sanctions. You know what I mean? And they thought that, anyways, I'm not going to get super into this shit.
Because we have a research reactor in Tehran, which is called the Tehran Research Reactor, TRR. So we are enriching uranium for our own needs. And we once went up to 60%, and that was after the sabotage in our nuclear facilities. And then we, go up to 60%. But I was a negotiator at that time.
Israel.
I told our interlocutors that we immediately go down if a nuclear deal is achieved.
Mr. Foreign Minister, what is the extent of the damage to the nuclear enrichment program after these attacks?
Well, our facilities have been damaged, seriously damaged, the extent of which is now under evaluation by our Atomic Energy Organization. But as far as I know, they are seriously damaged.
Did the already enriched material survive? Is it accessible?
Well, I have no detailed information. As I said, our Atomic Energy Organization is...
Okay, I want to get to the heavy questions here.
Uranium. We have not stopped our cooperation with the agency. We continue working with them. We need a new modality because the facilities have been destroyed.
So you're saying that
the facilities have been destroyed, he says.
You may allow UN inspectors back into your country, all the sites, the IAEA to see all the sites?
Well, based on the modality that we come to with the agency, that would be possible, case by case. So any request by the agency to visit any place or to send inspectors or whatever should be carefully considered by our Supreme National Security Council because of the safety and security concerns.
Understanding those concerns, does Iran plan to reconstitute its enrichment program? Is it continuing now, or has the damage been so severe that it is all stopped?
See, now we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this. This is what we were looking for right here. So, sorry, sometimes it takes a minute. These guys, these politicians love to sit here and just fucking blap about nothing. Use a whole bunch of words and shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
And it's always kind of interesting trying to find that we're the main point, you know?
It is now stopped because, yes, damages are serious and severe. But obviously, we cannot give up our enrichment because it is an achievement of our own scientists. And now, more than that, it is a question of national pride. Our enrichment is so dear to us. We are ready to engage into negotiation to make sure that our enrichment is only for peaceful purposes. We prefer a negotiated solution. Right. We are not ready to give up something which is now a matter of dignity for the Iranian people, a matter of national pride. Mm-hmm. So rest assured that we want to continue our enrichment, but of course we prefer a negotiated a solution for that.
We know that you want to continue your enrichment. We know that.
Mr. With all due respect, obviously it's not just the U.S. and Israel, but other world leaders who have concerns about the enrichment program. Why would you need to put it a half mile under a mountain facility to protect it if it was a completely peaceful program? That's just some of the thoughts about it. Secondly, President Trump has said he would not hesitate to launch more strikes if Iran tries to rebuild its enrichment program. So what's your response to President Trump?
Because of the constant threats by Israelis, by the United States in the past, we had no way but to protect our facilities and to protect our material and protect our scientists. So my message to the United States is that let's go for a negotiated solution for Iran's nuclear program. And we did that in the past, in 2015, after 2.5 years of negotiation, in which I was a negotiator myself. We came to that solution. That was called JCPOA, or Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action.
Correct.
Maybe the current administration doesn't like...
That's the deal that we pulled out in the United States. We pulled out in 2018.
But we can come to a similar deal, a better deal than that. I think that was proved that there is no military option to destroy our nuclear program. Yes, facilities have been destroyed. They are severely destroyed, but the technology is there. Our nuclear program, our enrichment program is not something imported from outside that can be destroyed by bombings. It is developed by ourselves. It is an achievement by ourselves. The technology is there. The scientists are there. The people who have run these facilities are there.
Yeah, you just want the accessibility, and you don't want to have to rely on anyone else. Just be honest. We got Dwayne as well in the building. Good to see you. Happy Topless Taco Tuesday, kind sir. He says, if they are peaceful, why would they want weapons of mass destruction? Yeah, that's a very valid question. And then the COPE answer is, well, we're not looking for weapons of mass destruction. We just want to enrich so that we can use nuclear for energy. That's it. You know what I mean? That's always the counter.
Buildings can be rebuilt. Facilities can be rebuilt. Machines can be replaced because the technology is there. I think the recent attack proved that there is no military option for our nuclear program. But I tell you, there is a negotiated solution for our nuclear program. We have done it once in the past. We are ready to do it once again.
Mr. Minister, if you'll stand by, please. More with the foreign minister from Iran after this. How would you describe the state of Iran's missile program? Hundreds were used during the war with Israel, many destroyed.
Yeah, I believe... See, the number that I heard, it could be totally false. I don't know the actual honest truth to this. I don't think anyone really does, aside from Iran. I heard before the 12-day war, I heard that they had 2,000 some odd ballistic missiles and hypersonics, which is a humongous stockpile. That's humongous. It's outrageous. It's actually insane. But that is their one way of, that's their one, not only offense, but defense. They don't have an air force. They don't have any of that kind of shit. They rely on that ballistic missile program, and hence why, that's why when you guys have heard me talk about it before, I'm like, they're world renowned. They're fucking the head leaders of ballistic missiles and shit. And they really are. They proved it during that 12-day war for sure. But anyways, back to this.
How would you describe the state of that?
Well, I think we are in a good shape right now. The capability is still there. Our missiles are our
missiles, shit,
most reliable means of defense. So we continue our missile program. Right now, it's still in a very good shape. We have a good number of missiles to defend ourselves.
Is the Ayatollah in good health? We haven't heard from him in a long time.
I met him today. He's in a very good shape.
Man, Steve, that's about as accurate as all hell for every single government. I don't care what kind of, cope that they try to, send off. No, they're all lying. And that it's up to the public to really decipher this shit. Really, honestly. That's what we do here. We got Bree Rodriguez up in the building. Hopefully you're enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday. Good to see you. Hopefully you're enjoying your morning so far. We got a lot of interesting shit going on.
And in a very good health. And I think, the whole system in Iran is quite stable and strong.
Mr. Minister, is Iran currently trying to assassinate President Trump, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo?
Ooh, this is a good question. Good question.
Former Ambassador John Bolton and other Trump administration officials in the wake of the death of Qasem Soleimani?
No, we have never said that.
Stop the cap.
Motherfucker lying through his teeth. Oh my God, so brutal. We got brother Chris Lestrange, by the way, our favorite South African. Hopefully you're enjoying your afternoon over there. Always appreciate you and hanging out with us, man. Good to see you.
Maybe some individuals here or there have said things like that, but that has never been Iran's official position.
Mr. Minister, the Ayatollah has said death to America, and that means death to Trump. That is from the Supreme Leader. The New York Post had the Iranian fatwa crowdfunding effort.
Exactly. See, dude was fucking lying. You know what I mean?
Claims to have raised $40 million for bounty on President Trump's head. The campaign, organized by a group known as the Blood Covenant, comes after multiple Iranian clerics issued fatwas or death warrants against Trump. So you can see why the administration is looking at some of these signals, saying that you are doing that.
No, I think that they are all propagandas. We have always said, the Supreme Leader and other officials in Iran have always said that death to America is in fact death to the, hegemonic.
Oh, here comes the cope. Yeah, death to America doesn't mean actually death to America. It only means, their extremist government or whatever. Here comes the cope.
I've always said that death to America is in fact death to the, hegemonic policies of the United States.
Cap.
Stop the cap.
Not to the people of United States. Yes, there are some perhaps radicals, persons or groups here and there in different places, inside, outside of Iran, who may say something like what you said, but that has never been our policy, and they will never be in our policy in the future. This is not our policy to kill anybody outside Iran, let alone the president of another country.
With all due respect, you're supplying arms and drones and missiles to Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis. The Houthis are firing on U.S. and international ships.
Yep.
Obviously, the actions of...
Good job, Sean.
Hamas and Hezbollah, no matter what you say their motivation is, are causing death and efforts like that, and you're supporting all of those groups, your proxies.
Well, I'm not going to compare, but this what you said is exactly what Americans and Israelis are doing. The United States...
Americans and Israelis are doing. Now, see, this is a very prime example that both sides are just full of shit, man.
Have supported Israel with all kinds of weapons, sophisticated weapons, to kill people in Palestine, in Gaza, in the West Bank, in Lebanon, in Syria, now in Iran, and in Yemen. We believe that those freedom fighters, let me say, Hamas, Hezbollah, Houthis, they are fighting for a just cause, and we have always supported...
So that's okay? So that's the cope? Are you serious? You could have come up with something way better than that.
Supported them politically and in other ways, because we think that they are, as I said, fighting for something absolutely legitimate.
Even if that fighting, in their words, is about wiping Israel off the face of the map.
It's insane, Steve. It's insane. I hate
it. Well, if we have never said that.
They have.
Well, that is up to them. They are fighting for their own homeland, so they may say anything. But this has never been Iran's policy to wipe out Israel from the map.
Oh, you guys are so full of shit. Oh, my God. You know, I respect a motherfucker that just comes out and says it. Honestly, I love that shit. I cannot stand this political dance that these fucking asshole countries do, and then they throw us in the mix. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, man.
You plan to continue to support Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis?
We continue to support them as long as they are supporting their for their cause, for their justified demands.
But those are not justified demands, Mr.
And
Minister.
I actually gave the guy the benefit of the doubt. I'm like, hey, you know, I know this guy's going to be biased. Of course, I knew that. But I was trying to, you guys even saw me go into this good faith. I'm like, I have no idea his actual policies and bias. I don't know any of these things. You know, fresh, I don't know anything about it. You know, could be one way, could be the other. This motherfucker is just lying his ass off.
They're annihilating.
Man, it's just so much cap. It's insane.
Israel, wiping them off the face of the earth. That's what their pledge is.
I think Palestinians are fighting for their right for self-determination. Israel has made out of occupation, occupation of Palestinians' lands, out of the massacre of Palestinians in their homelands.
Let me wrap up with this, and we really appreciate the time and you coming on to talk about.
I guess this is the last question. Man, Sean did a great job on asking these questions. I got to give it to him.
The message you've sent here is that you think a negotiated settlement is possible. You're sending a message of peace, you say, in your words. But the enrichment, stopping enrichment inside Iran is a non-starter. It is a red line for Iran. Is that what you're communicating today?
If the goal is to make sure that Iran will never have nuclear weapons, that is achievable. But if the goal is...
Man, Frank, shit. Are you buying it? Man, that would be nice. I'll write it. If you buying. But no, eventually I will. It's but I'm not going to buy like some $2,000 Harley. You know what I mean? Like, I'm someone that, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it for real. So, anyways.
Deprive Iran from its rights, including the right of enrichment, I think we have difficulty. Enrichment is now stopped because our facilities have been under attacks. But any settlement for Iran's nuclear program should include enrichment in the future.
Oh, that's Brett.
Because that is our right.
Man, that's hilarious. I actually got him mixed up with Sean Hannity. That's funny. Yeah, you're right. Fucking, I was just thinking in my head that way. I don't know why I thought that. But yeah, I've seen him many of times. I watch his shows sometimes. But believe it or not, ironically, as you guys know my takes, majority of the time, I don't even watch shit that I agree with. Majority of the time. Most of the time, I watch conflicting shit, liberal media. I'm always watching that side. I watch their side more than I watch my own kind of thing. But I don't know. That can be a good and a bad thing.
The deal included something about a reduction in missile production or a reduction in funding for terrorist proxies who you call freedom fighters. Could that be also part of a deal?
Well, on our missiles, as I said, that is our most reliable means of defense. How we can disarm ourselves. Who can accept any deal like that? So we will never disarm ourselves, but I can tell you that our missiles have deterrent
missiles. This guy just came up here just to lie the entire fucking time, as per usual, right?
Nature, they are for defense, they are not for offense. And also, I can assure you that Iran's missiles would never have a nuclear warhead. That is for sure.
True, Mr.
And lastly, can you envision a time where you would have direct talks with either President Trump or the Trump administration?
Well, not for the time being, but maybe in the future. Everything depends if the United States is ready to deal with Iran on an equal footing.
On a what footing?
Respect.
On an equal footing. Yeah. No one's equal to us. What are you talking about? We don't deal with anyone on any equal foot. We always have the leverage. What are you talking about?
And based on mutual interests, we are ready to continue on other subjects.
You know
but
this.
Unfortunately, the JCPOA or the previous deal didn't become a successful story, didn't become a successful experience for us. And this is why we are very skeptical with Americans right now. This is why we are not ready to engage with them directly. But the moment we feel that everything is in the right order, then everything is possible.
Mr. Foreign Minister, we
fucking guy.
Appreciate your time.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on from this. I don't need to hear Brett's fucking takes on that afterwards. They probably just cut it out anyways. All right, so now we're going into one of our last stories. I'll make sure that we're all caught up. But migrant charged with concealing women's death was arrested by ICE 4 hours ago. Immigration authorities in Chicago arrested a Mexican undocumented immigrant accused of storing a missing woman's body in a storage container filled with bleach. God damn.
It was infuriating to find out that he had her in his backyard in a trash can for 2 months and went on with his life as if nothing happened.
Tonight, an illegal immigrant accused of abusing a woman's corpse and hiding it on his property for nearly 2 months is behind bars in federal custody. ICE agents arrested Jose Luis Mendoza Gonzalez at a market in Chicago this weekend, 3 months after an Illinois judge set him free until his trial, in line with the state's no cash bail policy known as the
Holy shit.
Safety Act.
But they are allowing these depraved individuals.
What's up, Lindsay? Why would you say you're a horrible person? The hell? No one here believes that.
Individuals like this sicko to
What's
walk
up, Bob?
around
Good
our
morning.
streets and terrorize Americans.
In April, investigators found the body of 37-year-old Megan Boss in a container on Mendoza Gonzalez's property. She'd been missing for nearly 2 months. The Mexican national claims she died from a fentanyl overdose, but the coroner hasn't determined the final cause of death. Megan's mom, Jennifer, was at the White House last week for a signing ceremony of an anti-fentanyl bill and told the president about her daughter's case. 3 days later, ICE agents took Mendoza Gonzalez into custody for being in the country illegally.
Look at this piece of shit. I want to keep my channel, so I'm just going to refrain further comment.
And he's now facing deportation.
I hope that she sees that I'm fighting for her.
Jennifer says she's convinced nothing would have happened in her case if it weren't for President Trump.
I am so grateful that he stopped and looked at me when I hollered out at him because...
Jesus Christ. I seriously hope not, Steve Posey. I mean, it's already fucking crazy terrible. And then if that's true as well, oh my God, you just can't. That's insane.
I was starting to feel really hopeless about this case.
County prosecutors are now requesting that the Mexican national not be deported so that he can face charges here. But critics argue they could have made sure that happened 3 months ago by not allowing the accused illegal immigrant to walk free. In Chicago, I'm Garrett Tenney, Fox News.
Man, what a fucking piece of shit. All right, let me go ahead and see if we are completely updated. Yes, we are completely updated. We are, right now, we're live with it. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, I very much appreciate every single one of you guys hanging out with us. You guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you guys decided to be right here with me, man. So I'm very honored by that. Thank you guys for hitting the like button as well, whether it was right here at the end or in the middle or in the beginning, man. I always appreciate your guys' contribution and engagement in the chat, man. I always appreciate you engaging with it, man. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back tomorrow morning for more of the World's Madness. Stick around. We're going to raid Black Dragon for... He may only be live for 30 more seconds, but he's the only one that's really live right now. So we'll send you guys over there. Let him know we're coming through with the Mike Ball raid. And until tomorrow morning, God bless everyone. Much love. We'll see you guys soon.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart steel and a spirit unbroken, he rides on 2 wheels ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that submit.
Wow, thank you, Bree. Let's go. Thank you very much.